Prank Eldritch and the most dominant force of Tri-Brigade decks that I've seen yet. Smash that love, grab out, subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. We're going to be smashing through the breakdown for the NA Extravaganza out this past week. Did anybody else notice that this was pretty poorly advertised? Oh, not just me. So San Diego Comic-Con has come and gone. They did virtual Winnamats essentially all weekend. They had a token booth, they had a Stardust map, they had the whole kit and kabang, but the main event actually came and went, and we had 7 motherfrickin' Tri-Brigade and Top Cut. I was actually really excited for this event because, you know, we got the chance kind of see post-YCS mayhem here. You know, you still got everybody, you know, crapping their pants, cursing at their screens, going, oh my god, Sky Striker's ruining the game. Where's the Sky Striker at now? Alright. Hello? Did the paranoia finally subside? I would be more worried about the deck that can cycle through Revolt, Shirog, and Eruptions than the paranoia of this non-existent threat here for Striker. So very top heavy, almost nearing what, a very powerful 0.5, it's not tier 0, but it's definitely heading above that tier 1 format here. So if you look at the results straight from this event and you go, wow, that's the best deck in the room, for once in their life, yeah. Now, keep in mind that this tournament's not going to be representative of the whole meta, because when I say that, you look at other results, you see Sky Strikers topping in other events. You even see Phantom Knight PK, another deck that's not on here, also performing well at other events. So, Rogue is still very good. It's just, there's a lot more bullying here out of the Tri-Brigade than normal. Now, the next interesting deck down here is Prank-Lich. Prank-Lich has been running around in the format, I guess, kind of adapting with the pushes and the pulls that we see here. And we'll talk about the other Prank-Lich variant that you see up top there, but 3 in this variant, technically 4 overall, but we'll talk about that in a second here. We also had 2 Drytron. Drytron's been, same thing here with Virtual World. Both these decks have been kind of cruising through the format here. Virtual World is still a very solid pick between, you know, you just have to pick your skill tree of, do I want to play Kliga, or do I want to play the Dragoon Man himself and break apart these boards? Well, once you depend on what skill tree you want to go down, that's fine. Drytron, you don't really get all that much. I think the most exciting thing that you get in your life for that deck is just, do I want to play Quindranus or do I not want to play Quindranus? If you answered yes, you're probably going to scrub out of the event because 95% of the builds aren't even touching Quandras at this point. So there's that. Now, there was one Salamangreat. The duelist didn't want to share his list, so I do not have that information for you guys. And we also have this Prank-Lich Eldritch list up here. Now, we'll talk about that in the winning list here in a second, but think about this. One thing that Prank-Lich, the general consensus I kind of hear from a lot of the Prank-Lich players is the deck needs more oomph. Alright, a defensive way to play. So what happens if we put an Eldritch core into our deck? We get the board-busting power of Prank-Lich and the 1-card engines that the deck has for interruptions, and we get to take advantage of the rest of the Eldritch package to kind of back up and carry the deck on its own. Well, that seems like a really good idea in theory, and it looks like it worked out for this. So, no Striker in Top Cut. I can't wait for more, oh my god, I'm gonna piss and shit in my pants on the internet and complain about it to some more people videos, because clearly Striker is a problem. Am I right? But overall, looks like the meta's starting to shift up. Dawn is a couple weeks away. We'll see where that impacts us, but that is this for now. So let's pass it on over to the winning deck list, shall we? Alright, the first list I have here is Jose Zambrano's first place finish here. And I want to point out a couple things here. One, we were starting to see Prosperity kind of take over for this deck. You kind of sacrifice some of the edge of your extra deck to cultivate and get to those resource pieces, and way you can kind of start playing the game. We kind of noticed this a little bit earlier on with the deck. I think a lot of players wanted to not play this because it does kind of take away from the budget aspect of the deck, unfortunately. But for the trade-off of that extra deck, you get the ability to tutor for another resource piece for whatever that you're going to need to go off. So I think that that's very important to emphasize. There's that. Now, I also want to emphasize 3 Shirog down here. After having had another discussion with a couple of Tri-Brigade players. I think the general consensus is kind of starting to head towards the way of we want to play 3 Shirog for the grind game. This deck is truly the master of gridlocking the opponent and forcing those games to go to relatively longer extents. And I think looking at this overall here, you kind of see where you get that edge of control, the perfect balance, cultivating for those combo pieces, and also balancing things out within the extra deck here. You know, between this, managing the resources. I've also heard a lot of people wanting to go towards the additional copy of the Frigette, which once again is going to attempt to fix some of those, you know, issues with your hands as you need to sculpt and get to those better options. So that's definitely something all worth considering, but this is the list that took it down this weekend. All right, I am very happy to see the very fine balance of all attributes considered for in this list. So congratulations to Jose for winning it. Next up here, oh boy, we have another Tri-Brigade list. This one's packing in 2 little copies of the Kit Kat here. All right, kind of interesting to see that they sacrificed a cat in order to trade off for a Zodiac package here. Now, I do think that the Zoo package can go either way. You do kind of trade off playing Prosperity in the deck if you want to go for the Zoo package, because obviously you have to dedicate 4 cards down here for the basic gas in order to make your Zeus for the interruptions. Basically, this is just meant to be in the deck for that force to break boards apart in a going first or a going second situation for free real estate. So, nothing else too crazy about this. I mean, these Tri-Zoo lists all pretty much look the same at the end of the day. Now, some excitement in my life. Prank-Lich Eldritch. So this was Christopher Snow's list, and like I said, I think this was the most exciting thing I've seen out of this event here. So, besides the other list that you'll see later on today, Amazement Magical Musketeers, that's going to be cool. So what's going on here? So we play the Eldritch engine to compensate for really what Prank-Lich kind of lacks, for a better word here, which means that we can basically shrink down our engine here and compensate and start making those moves. We have a Searcher here that we can just banish to get free utility. Check. All right. We have... How many Searchers do you want to play in the deck? TC Boo's not going to hurt you in the least because everybody else is a different attribute. We have massive access down here to the Verte machine. And we also have a double bat in the butler to fix all of our problems. The only real complaint, I guess you could say, is there is none of the Link 4 to break apart boards. But honestly, I don't think you really need it. So this is a much, much, much more interesting variant than every Tri-Brigade list that really comes my way. Sorry, Tri-Brigade players, I love you guys, but there's just so much here. All right, so this is actually awesome. Getting the chance to break boards, play the control game, and still get to play your deck. Awesome. All right, next up here. Oh, hey. Is this another? Oh, it's another Tri-Brigade list. This would be Noah Jiminson's list. This was 7th place here. Triple Cat up here as usual. Once again, hey, look at that. We're playing the pots here. Huh. We're not playing the strikes in this build, which is fine. We have the anti-spells down here. Psycho Readers. We also are playing the Zeus, so we can go down the Sky Cavalry and the Downer Magician line. I think that that's acceptable because you can turn that on through the Cat, which is easy peasy. This is literally your best sub-engine that you could have just to make a Sky Cavalry into a Downer and then Zeus your opponent's face off. We've seen this a lot before. Once again, do you want to play the Zoo package? Do you want to play the Sky Cavalry package? What is your aim to abuse Zeus with in this deck? Pretty much says itself, quite honestly. Next up here, oh my god, Virtual World. Oh, some excitement in my life. Yeah, there's some excitement here, all right. We are playing 1 copy of Prosperity, and we are playing the triple Pot of Desires. I actually think this is really cool. Also, one Nibiru, 1 Space Rock. This is edgy, all right. We also have, of course, the Red Eyes Dark Dragoon Man himself. There's a lot of interesting tech choices here, like the 1-ups here. I almost swear that this list would be optimized for playing Crossout Designator with the 1-ups, but obviously we don't have that card here. So that's that. Alright, so that is... I wish I could say more about this, but this deck's pretty standard. Next up is another Tri-Brigade list. This was, yes, this was Edwin Farmer's list. Yes, this was 13th place here. Ooh, Contacting the Seas. That's cute here. I see that we have Skullmeister. Wow, we are really hand-trapped here. Skullmeisters and Effect Failers here to edge out things. Once again, there's those Prosperities proving to us that maybe this is the way to go with things. Triple Shrug for the grind game. Yeah, that's starting to look pretty solid, all things considered. Yeah, this looks like the most meta variant I could see. And the last list I have here is Shinichi's Prank-Kids list. This finished 14th place out of this event. So we have triple talents here, which I think is fine. We are not playing TC Boo in the side deck, which is fine. I see we are playing the Rip Roar and Rooster down here to rip apart boards. And I definitely think the 2 Roxys appears to be the way to go for these particular variants. So, I don't know it's really too crazy about this variant outside of that. So guys, what do you think about the breakdown for today's event? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Smash the like button, subscribe, and so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. And I will see your beautiful faces back here, and there's some more cool awesome content. Peace out, guys. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCool40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCool40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcoolgames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.